Hi friends, welcome to Positive Power with your host, Michelle Dion. Thank you for joining me for another week. Last week we talked about finding your bliss. And quite often, we listen to me talk and we listen to, we get the gist of the whole thing, what I'm talking about. But understanding it and actually doing it are two different things. And quite often, it's those things right deep inside that block us from doing that. And quite often what the problem is either we don't feel worthy or we feel incredibly guilty while we are following our bliss or doing what makes our heart hum or whatever you want to call it. We feel guilty because here you are, and let's say, oh, you like to knit. That's your thing. That's your thing that makes your heart hum. That's your thing that just puts you in that zone where you're feeling good, and maybe you're knitting something for somebody else and it's a great feeling. But at the same time, is it driving you nuts if the dishes aren't done? Is it driving you nuts if something is out of place? Is it hard for you to actually get in your flow, appreciate where you're at in doing something for yourself because maybe you have a honey-do list or, whatever, and it's a lifelong journey that we've been on of people telling us, or commercials, or media, or our elders saying that life shouldn't be easy, life's hard. Anything worth having is worth working hard for. Money doesn't grow on trees. All those different things that totally conflict with everything that I'm telling you. But you'll have a longer, better life following what I'm saying versus the different things that we were raised to believe. So, for example, do you remember when you were growing up, and it depends on how old you are, but like for people that are my age, very young, for us, we came from an era where our mothers ironed everything. They washed the walls down on a very regular basis. I remember actually waking up on a Saturday morning. This was a common occurrence. This is not a one-time thing. Waking up, and I'm coming downstairs, and I can hear movement down there, and I'm like, oh, what's going on in the kitchen? So I come down, but halfway down the stairs, I get smashed in the face by the scent of cleaning stuff. And this is my mom getting up early, beating us three kids up, so that she can, on her hands and knees, wash all the main flooring down, like whatever wasn't carpeted, doing it all, chairs upside down. Like, where was her finding her bliss? When was her time? So now here we are. We're in an era of change. We realize stress kills. We realize that we've seen how many people that have worked themselves right into the grave. How many people do you know have died before they retired? Who saved up all that money? Who paid into Freedom 55? All this other stuff. But they work. And they don't actually take advantage of it. So I want you to take a time to reflect. And you know what? It's okay if you have some conflict to work out. It's okay to realize that, maybe some of the stuff that you heard growing up, maybe, it wasn't right. That's okay. You know what? Once upon a time, people thought all sorts of things that we found out aren't true, right? That's how we grow. That's how we evolve. There was one time when, people would be like, there's no way that a plane could fly. There was no way that, different things that are happening now, you'd never imagine. When I was growing up, I would never have imagined in a million years we'd have something like this. I would never have imagined in a million years that I would be doing a video that's going out on the internet without cables. So anything is possible, but we have to be open to change. So part of that is changing how we think about ourselves. Realizing that there's a big difference between selfish and self-preservation. And you need to find your bliss. You need to do what makes your heart hum in order for sanity. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's whatever. It can be a million things. Maybe you like to paint rocks. That's okay. That's a great thing. Whatever makes you feel good, I so encourage you to do it. So you know what? If that means that you're not cutting the grass, if that means that something else has to wait, if I have an opportunity, if I have a 3-hour window to play with my grandchildren, but my house is a mess, Am I going to make them wait? Am I going to put them in front of the TV and make them wait so I can do those things that I need to do? No, I'm going to leave the damn dishes. I'm going to play with the kids, right? Or run with the dog, or whatever it is for you. So I want you to really wrap your head around that and realize it's okay to put myself first. You are worthy. You are so worthy. And you're just as worthy as the millionaire who has time to do all that, and all his bills are paid and everything is fine. So realize that. You know, there's nothing that you can't have. You just have to realize that you are worthy. You're an awesome person. I can't stress that enough. So there you go. That's your video for this week. I hope, you take heed on some of that stuff and start spending some time on yourself. Life is too short not to. And if you're not, are you really living? That's the question. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next week. And don't forget how truly awesome you are.